And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
Did you hear that, Eric? That woo, woo, everyone jumped off the gate.
Let's do this. It's time for one of these.
You don't have breaking news.
Not breaking news.
It's not like we're under attack with baseball.
Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem.
The biggest problem would have been I had to look at what you were wearing over there. The boys and I thought you were gonna. The rumor on the street of San Francisco and Galt especially was you didn't show up yesterday. You were wearing the white and the blue is what the rumor was. You jumped to the dark side and said I'm a Dodger fan.
No.
Get an update on that. Is that false information?
That is as well. It's fake news.
At least for now.
Yeah,
At least
fake
for now.
news. At least for now. Oh my God! Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live, post-game, game one of Giants Phillies. Good
to see you back.
Good Lord. Good Lord, man! Thanks for taking the con, as they will, yesterday there, Glenn. Appreciate that.
Oh, listen, I'm going to let you. I still, you know me. I beak off enough, but Eric, I had a lot to get out of my system yesterday. So again, I apologize to the guys like I did this morning on the morning show. I had to sit back and go, hi, I'm Glenn, and I want to apologize. We're not at the point where we need an intervention. Well, maybe in the Giants locker room they need an intervention. But here, I said I got it all out of my system. I went for a solid hour yesterday. The sweat was coming down, Eric. Yesterday's game was so freaking bad. It was a comedy of what you don't do in baseball. The base stealing in the ninth inning and arguing with the umpire was stupid crap. And it just... no bullpen. And anyway, take it away. Give me your thoughts. You got to relax yesterday, so you're going to come in hot tonight. You're ready to go.
I see your guys' super chats. Give me a minute here, guys. This is an abomination.
1-7 at home.
This is an abomination. You can't be doing this. You can't go out there and score 4 runs and then go to the bullpen and give up freaking 4. You can't do that. Why would you go to the Baruki? Baruki hasn't done anything.
I was going to say, who the hell's Baruki anyway? Well, where do we get these guys, Eric?
Come on, man. Wasn't there a better lefty solution out there? I would have taken Eric Miller, even though he can't find the plate. This is a mess. This is a mess, and I don't understand what the hell is going on. I talked about it all offseason. Everybody could see it. Everybody could see that the bullpen was not where it needs to be. This is an absolute mess, and I can't stand this. How am I supposed to enjoy Giants baseball when you have a 4-0 lead, okay? And then they come back and score 2 runs. Like, okay, that's fine. Look, Adrian Hauser had a great outing. He did everything he was supposed to do. But what the hell? The lineup scored double-digit hits. Or I should accumulated double-digit hits. You had 4 runs on the board. 4 runs in Oracle Park should get you done, man. That should get it done. You go to the bullpen, and what happens? It blows up.
I know. Hey, Eric, I know this wasn't a 12-run type of game, but I did tell you before the season started. I said we're going to get our fair share of games where we score 12, but they score 13. And that was prime tonight. We got a decent outing, but teams are going to outscore this and outslug this club, Eric.
Well, that's the problem, especially late in the game. That's the problem. Look,
pitching.
starting pitching is going to be okay. But I said that the freaking bullpen is going to be a problem. You should have been able to hold on to that damn win, man. And if anybody should understand that, it should be Buster Posey. He understands that. He was a catcher. He understands the value of a bullpen. Bruce Bochy was his manager for almost his entire career. Come on. You can't go in here with the season, with the way the bullpen is. Sure, Hitches is coming back and Foley is going to come back. But where are they going to be? We don't know where the hell they're going to be.
Hey, Justin.
I don't understand it. I don't. The lineup actually came through today. I was okay with the lineup today. They could have done more. Sure, they could have done more. But you went out there and they went out there and they got hits. But the bullpen, lost it in the bullpen, man. It stinks, man. 1-7 at home. Hey, let's not forget. Bob Melvin, one of the reasons why he lost his job is because what did the Giants do in the middle of the summer? They lost 14-15. Remember that shit at home, Glenn? It was atrocious. And that was one of the reasons. Remember, right before that, Buster Posey said, okay, we're going to take Bob Melvin's extension. And then shortly thereafter, they went on to that damn losing streak. And next thing you know, hey, see you, Bob. This is just, and I'll tell you what, is this a Tony Vitello problem? No, it's not. It's not. His managing. Now today, on the other hand, I mean, you had Baruki. We could sit there and we could criticize that, right? Come on. That was not the lefty to go to in that situation.
Eric, he can only work with what he got at the end of the day, man.
I hear you. But I was watching on the broadcast. Gage was warming up. You had Eric Miller in there. Granted, those guys ain't much better, but hell, it's better than what the hell Baruki has been doing. Come on.
Miller was horrific.
Right? Right. I would have been okay with that. Now, granted, with Miller, we don't know what we're going to get as far as location, but he does have the stuff. Baruki had nothing, man.
What happens when we get to a ninth inning, Eric, with a lead? I'm of the opinion right now, the way they're handling this bullpen, we don't even have a closer right now. We do not have a closer April 6th.
No, and here's another thing. There's another thing. One thing Vitello is not doing himself any service. These post-game statements and questions to answers are nutso. They just are. They're
to laugh about now anyway.
He goes on about stuff that has nothing to do with what the hell the Giants are going. Just look, sometimes, and this is the problem, and I said this last year, that people got up Bob Melvin because he was just up there and just gave short answers. But that's what you got to do as a manager. You don't want to sit there and have verbal diarrhea of the mouth and then explain nothing.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yes.
Keep it. I'll tell you one thing I'm finding out, Eric. Do you agree with me that if you and I, and all our chat, if we tune in every night to the post game before we start this show and we watch his presser, I'll tell you what, Eric, we'll all be geniuses. I will know the history of Tennessee baseball by the end of this year.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm hearing more about Tennessee than the Giants.
I mean, yesterday, because I was here, he was going on about some guy cheating and another manager and this and that. But they asked the question about Encarnacion running up the baseline. Okay, he was out of the baseline. That was it. End of story. We didn't need a freaking history lesson on what happened.
Yeah.
And he never answered the question.
Right.
There's a problem here. There's a problem here.
And you told me, apparently I missed this earlier, was it tonight's press? Apparently we may have a locker room problem.
I don't want to
talk to me, Eric. Talk to me. I don't know anything about this.
I'm going to just bring this up real quick and then we'll get more into the game. Even Weback. Again, he's who does he report now? California Post. That's right. I forgot the California Post is here. Said Matt Chapman took accountability for his base running gaffe in his otherwise forgettable week. All right, we're talking about. Yeah, I know you talked about yesterday.
Is that the stolen base? When you steal, Eric, that is not a gaffe. Dropping the ball is a gaffe.
Yeah, Correct.
An error, or I struck out on a bad pitch. I should never. Maybe you call that a gaff. When you intentionally go out and try to steal a base in the ninth inning, that is not a gaff. That is stupid. That is not a gaff, Eric. A gaff is a boo-boo. An Eric.
Yes.
An Eric. It's an error. It's a. See, I'm all wound up. Jesus.
And Evan Weeback goes on to say, Tony Vitello revealed that the Giants have had 2 other incidents behind closed doors, like the one captured on camera between Chapman and Casey Schmidt.
Eric, hold on.
I'll tell you something. Let me do this.
No, you hold on. I gotta go. I gotta go. I need my nitro. I gotta the heart pill. I'll be back.
You can't do this, guy. You can't. You cannot do this. You cannot tell what happens behind closed doors, guys. It's behind closed doors for a reason. You can't do this. You can't. How are they gonna trust in their manager if he's gonna keep going to the media and say, well, this and this and this is happening? You cannot do that. Look, the clubhouse is for a reason. It's behind closed doors for a reason, right? You want to keep things on the down low. They'll work things out. Not everything has to be told to the press. It doesn't. You got to be careful with this stuff, guys. You have to be. You praise in public and you admonish in private. That's how it's supposed to be. Now, granted, there's going to be times maybe in the dugout that doesn't happen, but sometimes emotions will get in the way. But my God, you cannot go out there and give up this type of information saying, hey, this is what's happening behind closed doors. You can't. You cannot do this. Gosh dang, man. You can't. Look, does it have anything to do with the play on the field? No. Vitello has nothing to do with the play on the field. And I said this with Bob Melvin last year, right? He cannot go into the batter's box. He cannot go on the mound. He cannot field your position, right? Players have to do that. End of story, okay? So I'm not going to blame Vitello whatsoever other than, going out there and bringing in Baruki. That was a mistake. If you want to blame him about the lineup construction, we could talk about that. But again, Glenn, you talked about it. You can only do with what you have. But here's the thing. What's the purpose of having a bench if you never use the bench? Have you seen Koss in the field? Have you seen Susak in the field but one game?
Brought it up yesterday. Where is Koss, Eric?
He's pitching. He might go put him in the bullpen. That's the only thing he's doing.
Ed, not to blow my own horn, I thought I had some interesting off. You know what? We speak from the heart, Eric.
I just come on.
I had some takes yesterday, and without breaking it down into a statistical analysis, do you not feel we were talking, Eric, especially during the World Baseball Classic? We were talking about the Giants who were beating all these other teams. Well, first of all, they were beating teams made up of nobodies, really. They were playing guys fighting for jobs and bagging groceries. But, Eric, the guys who were contributing on a nightly basis during the preseason were the Kosses and the Susaks. And I said this to Robbie Dizzle in a heated debate with him. We won't pull any punches with Robbie either. Why was it in the preseason all these guys who now aren't playing were the top players we had, Eric? And then we get rid of players who have a nice career elsewhere. What is it? Are we destined, Eric, to be this laughing stock of baseball? Because that is what it's turning out to be. Are they resting on the laurels of 3 championships still, Eric? And this is Giants baseball.
It's funny how you say that, Glenn, because I listened to the KNBR broadcast a little bit in the beginning of the game, and how they have the promo of all the highlights of the Giants. They're playing stuff from back in 2010. They're doing cuts from back in 2010.
Maybe I'll send them a text in the morning when they're doing the morning show. But why don't you pull out a little Christy Mathewson while you're at it?
Hey, check it out. Alex Renteria. I haven't seen you in a friend. Again, he's a Dodger fan. He says, Eric, you need to stop watching Giants games for the sake of your health. Ain't that the damn truth, dude? Dude, it's just I was feeling pretty damn good. I'm
popping heart pills like they're Pez.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just brought up, Senior. This is just I don't understand. There's something going on here. That something is not right. Right?
I still think, Eric,
is rotten into the state of Denmark right?
I still think, guys, it's a case of they're trying to rebuild too fast and add a rise is this. And they're just, Eric, they're a mishmash of players who shouldn't be our future. They could be these are kind of players. Oh, and this is what you should be doing at the trade deadline. These are the pieces you trade at the trade deadline, not pick up for your future.
But here's the problem.
And one more
these
take.
guys have trade. They have no trade.
There you
clauses.
go.
They got no trade clauses.
And now, and taking away your leverage, signing guys to 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 year contracts. But Eric, Tony, here's what I said on yesterday's show. Tony Vitello, young. I like what I seen from him. I don't say Tony isn't losing us games, Eric. He's working with what he's got to do. No. And I have not seen Tony Vitello step out of bounds and lose us games. All right.
No.
So stop. I've seen it in the chat. I'm already sweating. God damn it. They're already ripping on him, Eric. It ain't his fault. If Buster Posey's hiring a young up-and-comer who's never coached in the major, this is my guy. Why are they not getting him? Why isn't the oldest guy Jung-Hoo Lee? Why isn't it a team of Susak and Schmidt and Cott and start building? Go the draft, even if you've got to lose for a few years. Build a young team around this young manager that he can manage, Eric.
Oh, yeah? You know what? Hey.
That fits his criteria.
Well, I tell you what. Problem is, the Giants are far away from any of these young guys to even make it into the big leagues. We're talking 2, maybe 3 to 4 years before some of these guys make it, right?
But that is isn't that a problem, Eric? When we become competitive, these guys are going to be in retirement mode. They're going to be the seniors' pasture.
Yeah, to an extent, yeah. I mean, it's going to be.
Logan Webb, when we're competitive again, you mark my words, when Logan Webb is gone, that's when we'll be competitive. We're not going to be fighting for a World Series championship in our roster.
No, Logan Webb.
Logan Webb is numbered.
Logan Webb is the least of our problems.
But his year now.
It's everybody.
Eric, we aren't winning this year. We aren't winning a World Series next year or the year after. So really, what is he here for? Pitch a few ball games, get your big contract money, and then you know what?
No, that's not going to happen because he's not going to sign with the Giants when he becomes a free agent. That's just not going to happen.
Exactly. Bobby Ray will be gone. He'll be gone. Oh, yeah. In other words, Eric, what is the future of this organization?
But here's the problem, Glenn. This is the problem. It's because right now the Giants are nowhere near hitting on all cylinders, right? The last few games, they weren't hitting, but the pitching was okay. Now the pitching, the bullpen has come apart today's game. When you went up and you put 4 runs on the board, come on, man. Look, if you score 4 runs in Oracle Park, you should be okay. It's okay. Don't get me wrong. You got to go out there and score more if you have to. But I'm just saying, when you have 4 runs on the board and they haven't scored any, you should be able to have a pretty good chance of winning that game. But my God, when you have a bullpen that is it's decimated. Well, I can even say decimated. It came out of spring training as a question mark. Said this over and over and over and over until I was blue in the face. How many times? Go and get a reliever. Go get a starting pitcher. But they never did. They never did. And there was plenty of relievers out there to go out there and get. I just don't understand it. I don't.
And you know what happens, Eric, when guys start beaking off in the chat, I hold everybody accountable. I'll call a spade, Eric. When you come into the chat, you can have an opinion. Sometimes I don't even like those if they go a little too far on Eric, myself, or Lou. And there's been a little bit of that lately. But Mo G says Vitello hides amongst the former skippers. That's a bullshit call, Eric. That is bullshit. He stands at the top of the dugout. There's no one more front and center managing a ball game right now in Major League Baseball than Vitello. So that is an ass backwards. That is a statement made with no knowledge of what's going on right now. Vitello is just the opposite, Eric. I don't know if they show him on the TV when you're watching the game or they've mentioned it in passing on the radio broadcast. He's at the top. He's visible to all. Mm-hmm. He's watching every pitch like it's a chess match, Eric.
Yeah.
And don't tell me he's hiding. He's hiding among skippers in the dugout. That's bullshit.
And it's a
stupid comment. Eric, if you're going to make comments, don't just pull them out of your ass. You got to come with facts.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I hear you. Mo's a good guy, though. He's
good, boy, but I mean, hey, you got to be held accountable. That is crazy.
No. He's not hiding. I'll tell you one thing. Oh, Matt Devers. Yeah, he's still right now. He needs to do better. Look, everybody needs to do better. Right? Gosh dang it. Here, let's get this shit out of the way, man. Gosh dang it.
And now, today's Giants in Review on Giants Sports Talk Live.
Drive into center field.
Got him.
All right, here we go. Here's the final. Phillies beat the Giants 6-4. Again, the seventh inning was an absolute disaster. Philly scored 6 runs on 11 hits, no errors. San Francisco, 4 runs on 11 hits, no errors. Winner was Bowlen. That guy had some nasty stuff coming out of the bullpen. Baruki gets the loss. Duran gets the save. Phillies improved to 6-4. Giants are now 3-8.
I think Baruki will be gone before you know it, Eric. Really.
I think, look, when Hinches comes up, I bet you he's gone.
More guys in Sacramento can do this job.
Hey, Adames gone on base 3 times, 2 hits, 1 walk. Arias got 2 hits and an RBI. Chapman, 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Devers, 0-4. That ain't getting it done, dude. Ramos, 1-4 with 3 strikeouts. That ain't getting it done, dude. Lee, 1-for-4. Ain't getting it done. Encarnacion, he's one of the better hitter. At least he's hitting every day. He got a hit. Bader got a hit, which was nice, and also a run scored. Bailey had a hit today, but you had 11 hits. Only 7 strikeouts. It's not like they were out there freaking hacking away, but they just couldn't get it done. 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
Wait a second. As the days go by, like I said to Robbie today, he's like, this guy, we were talking mainly about Devers, but everything when nothing goes right for the Giants, Eric, do you realize everybody's go-to line is, well, give him another 60 at-bats and look at these. I know it's early, but Eric, there are no averages here. 129 for Bailey. My topic of conversation and my bio yesterday was the old football adage. They are who we thought they were. Everyone in this lineup, Eric, is doing exactly what I thought they would do to a man. And none of them are. They are what we thought we were. I want to go on and on and on, but at times here, Eric, it's like, don't you feel like you're at a loss when you look at this?
Dude, I hate this. I hate this. Let's get into what the part I hate. Look at this. Hauser, 6 innings, gave up 9 hits. Don't get me wrong. He was giving up hits. Gave up 4 earned, 3 strikeouts. But some of those are earned were because of Baruki. Because he left him. And look, he came out there and he got, if I'm not mistaken, he allowed 2 guys on base, right? If I'm not mistaken. And then Baruki comes up and fucking can't do nothing. Excuse me for my French. Killian came in for 2/3. He was decent. Gage came in. Look at that. Gage. A walk and a strikeout. Why couldn't they brought Gage in instead of Baruki? I'm done with Baruki.
I know, Eric, but the problem I'm seeing is if they bring in Gage and he does that tonight, they'll bring Gage in Wednesday afternoon, and he'll be the guy who gives up 4 runs on 5 hits.
Yeah, I know, but I know hindsight's 20/20, right? Hindsight's 20/20. But my God, man.
Sorry.
Baruki had shown nothing. Baruki, right? With his last 2 appearances, if I'm not mistaken, the last 2 appearances, he gave up bombs. He gave up a bomb to Judge. He gave up a bomb. Who did he give up a bomb to for New York? There was somebody. I can't remember who.
Yeah.
Was it Alvarez? It might have been Alvarez.
I can't remember. Saturday. He pitched Saturday.
My God, man. I mean, what is going? You're not going to win games having a bullpen like this. You're just not.
I think you're going to see Bivens back sooner than later.
Oh, you might.
You got to.
God. I'd rather see him.
I'm not a big Bivens guy either, but Eric, he gives you a better outing. He gives you 8 innings, and dude, if we're going to be losing these games, you better have somebody in the bullpen who can eat a lot of innings.
I mean, come on, Glenn. I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask the chat this: is there anything out there that is giving you hope other than just time? Take time out of it, right? Because we're 11 games in. And it's been atrocious. 3-11, 1-7. But is there anything out there that you can grab onto and go, I could pin something on this player, this whatever. Is there anything? Because I can't. I can't pin nothing on anybody where I'm like,
yeah,
yes, right.
Yeah, just the opposite. If you broke down broke them down, our batting, I can start at the top. Start at the top, Eric. We got a shortstop who seems like every day he's 0 for 4 in that leadoff role. What the hell is that all about? I thought that would be a 2-day experiment gone bad. It's gone bad. Get him out of there. Jung Hoo Lee's going to bat about 160 at this rate. He's not doing it. He's not contributing. Jung Hoo is not going to be your guy. He's supposed to be the guy getting on base, and you get these guys driving him in. He's not the guy who's supposed to be driving in runs, Eric. The guys who are supposed to be driving in runs, not getting the job done. Ramos, my God, that's a
Ramos is he's doing nothing.
No,
he's doing nothing with the bat.
And Eric, I swear to God, it will put me in my grave, Eric. It's going to send me to an early grave. But enough with Bailey. Enough with Bailey, Eric. And you can talk about Susak. He had the one game, one boy wonder. Eric, go get me a catcher.
Man, we need more than that.
And again, the guy, you know what? They have ups and downs, like a freaking heart monitor that I'm going to be hooked up to, a Holter monitor. These guys in the chat, one day they hate Bailey, and then they love him. Glenn, calm down. He's the best defensive catcher. And now I think with the new ABS system, his days as a catcher framing will be done.
Right. Look, his ABS challenges haven't been all that great. They haven't been.
I'm kind of ticked at the whole roster.
I hear you.
If you forced me into a corner like a ferret, and I had to come out swinging at you and say one thing, the only thing that I can see right now, Eric, not even people go, well, what about Webb? I don't even see Webb is not pitching like an ace early in the season, in my opinion. You know, the one thing that I can look and go, well, at least it's a sign of life. I think that given his at-bats over the course of this season, I think you're going to see some pleasant surprises from Gerard Encarnacion. That's the only thing I see as a bright spot in the future.
His bat is the only thing that's really he can't play
as
defense.
He's getting a hit every game.
He does. He has a hit every. Look, I'm not okay. I could go with that. Encarnacion is one of your better hitters. A bench player is one of your better players, right?
For Mexico, Eric.
I'm just saying he's one of your better hitters. Him and Arias. Arias has been fine. I have no issues. Look, Adames had a nice game. Chapman had a nice game, but those are kind of right now few and far between, right? It's a little bit feast or famine on what's going on. But my God, man, I mean, When it gets close to game time, I'm kind of like, man, what is it going to be today, dude? It's just, it's tough, man. Watching Giants baseball right now. And again, I will say this over and over, Glenn, and maybe the chat will agree with it. It's more than just the wins and losses right now. It's far beyond where you are in the win or the loss column. It's the type of baseball that is being played. It's bad to watch. It just
Let me ask you something, Eric, about this roster. And it really makes no sense to me. I noticed today, okay, Shohei is in another dimension, Eric. He should have given the $1 billion and walked away with him in a Giants jersey. I'm just saying. You know, he's got a 41 game on base record going right now, Eric. Walk, hit by pitch, or a hit. 41. I said, these are historical numbers that this guy puts up. Then you got Judge. You know what Judge does? All rise.
Yeah.
I told you. They've got all rise and we've got our rise. Big difference in player, Eric. You saw the first baseman tonight, Philadelphia Phillies, Harper. Now there's a consistent batter. Eric, even the guys, I know you're a Devers guy, and they brought in a new shortstop. Yeah. They got a third baseman now. That's it. Long-term deals, Eric. Chapman. Yeah. You know what you get. These aren't consistent stars, and you've already inked them long-term to big money, but they are not stars. You know how the Giants throw around the term superstar, Eric. These are not, in my opinion, these are not superstars. That's superstars that the history of baseball will remember. Nobody's going to remember Matt Chapman as, he doesn't get a sniff of the Hall of Fame. Stop kidding yourself. No. These other players go to play in other cities, and they are a star, Eric. The Giants you can't build a team. You don't want to sign a star, one.
Or inability to do that.
I'm sorry. And I've said it, and I know you don't like hearing it in the chat. There's many that don't like it. I think it's pretty tight 50-50 right now. But Devers, Eric, I tell you, he's a gripping and ripping. He'll hit 20 to 30 home runs, Eric, just because he'll be putting his ass cheeks into it. But what's he give you the rest of the time? Strikeouts, few ground balls, and again, blind squirrels find the nuts. He'll get some RBIs. He'll piece together a decent season, but he's not a superstar, Eric.
He needs to figure it out because the Giants, honestly, if there's a guy that the Giants need, it's going to have to be Rafi Devers.
Soon a year. When's he going to figure it out, Eric? How much time are you giving him?
Well, it depends, man. Because like I said, I think it was Tony Gwynn that said, you got to get 30 games in to kind of see where you're at, right?
But is he built for this ballpark?
Yes. Come on. No. Let's not start that. The Mets came in here and blowing home runs all over the place. The Yankees came in and blowing home runs all over the place.
Devers come in here. He's not blowing home runs. How many home runs he got at Oracle?
It's not because of the lack of power. It's because of his approach right now, and his timing is off. Once his timing comes on, then watch out because the guy is freaking. He could carry a team. He can. But he has to be on. He has to be on.
We'll find out who.
And that's the thing.
We'll review it as the season goes along. But I think you got sold damaged goods there.
I don't know if it's damaged goods, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Boys, you're paying a lot of money to that guy. And like I said, Robbie Dizzle's taking the same approach as you do, Eric. Give him time. He'll turn it around. I go, when you're paying the guy that kind of money, there is no, dude, we'll pamper you for another month. You turn it around. You're getting paid to do a job and you're not doing it. Mm-hmm. That's my opinion.
No, I get you. Look, if you're getting paid the big bucks, you got to go out there and get it done. There's no doubt about it. No, there's no doubt about it.
What do you think he'd be saying to Judge? If Judge plays the first 25 games of the season, he's got 2 home runs. They'd be shitting on him, Eric, a month of Sundays. But here, it's always, he's a good defensive catcher, and maybe the battle get going.
Man.
No excuses.
New York is a unique market. You will not find that anywhere else in the United States as far as
let's see, Eric. And again, oh boy, it seems like I'm going after you more than the chat lately.
No,
Eric, you talk about New York and how it's a different market. We always prop ourselves up when the situation is right. You'll say number 5 market in the
no.
Like it's number 5. Spend the money, get us some good players. And the bottom line is we don't have a good lineup, Eric. We're not going to win with this lineup.
I'm talking about the fan base and I'm talking about the media. There is nothing like it in any other ball club than the New York Yankees. I'm sorry. It's on a totally different atmosphere or whatever you want to call it.
Whose fault is that? We are completely the opposite. Have you heard the press? You talked about Vitello. Do you listen to the questions they're being asked? They serve fucking softballs in this day. Nobody, dude, they need you and I on KMBR and down there after the game, and we challenge them.
Okay, well, how about Glenn? If it's such softball, why he answer the softball questions? That's a problem.
He knows he's in trouble, dude. He knows he's in trouble.
That's a problem.
Well, I'm tired of the Susan Slusters of the world. Yeah, hard fought tonight. The old college trying you fell short. What did you think?
See, and look.
Oh, come on. Your team has lost. You're one win at home. Vitello, how do you
there you go.
Fans?
And then this is the issue, right? We're going to have to be real here. Look, there's problems here. Radium boy. There's problems here, man. I'm
Stop
sorry.
being negative. Give me something to be positive about.
And that's the thing, because look, the Giants have not given us anything right now to be quote unquote positive. The only thing you got, right? The only thing is time. And I've been preaching it. Ask anyone. I don't know if I haven't seen you here in the chat before. Welcome to the fraternity we call Giant Sports Talk Live. But I come on here and I'm trying to be the voice of reason. But man, I can only take so much watching this damn baseball. I can't. This is a tough watch, guys. I mean, look, do I come on here wanting to freaking unleash freaking hellfire? No, I don't. I want to be able to come on here and talk about a ball club that's, playing some good baseball. Are you going to win them all? No, I'm not asking to go undefeated. I'm asking to go out there and play some damn good baseball and be in it. My goodness, man, this is just, it's frustrating, guys. Oh gosh, I forgot. I got a bunch of freaking super chats in here. Let's get them. JB donates $5. Australian, a friend down under. What's up? When the poo-poo platter is your hottest selling dish on the menu, there's nothing like it. How pitching is a problem in San Francisco of all places is beyond me. Dude.
Great take.
Dude.
We should be paying him for that take.
That 100%. We're talking about Oracle Park, where pitchers come here and revitalize their careers. A la freaking Kevin Gausman, remember? No, he was already gone by then. But yes, come on, man. It's forgiving here in Oracle Park. But again, if you ain't got the stuff, you still have the propensity to let it go. Propa, he donated $2. What's up, buddy? They don't have the pedigree to say it's early. Ooh, I tell you what, Propa has been donating or has been having some excellent comments with his super chats. They've been fantastic. Dude, I'm telling you, Propa, bravo, dude. The last few super chats you've had have been spot on. They don't have the pedigree. In other words, they don't have the quote unquote, the construction of the team to say it's early because, well, they're a bit weak, right? They're a bit weak. Rob Ivan, $2. Time to call up Spencer Bivens. You just talked about it, Glenn. Talked about it.
And Eric, at the end of the day, as a business owner, I always take the approach that you're a guy like, again, I'm calling on Devers only because he is such a, I expect more.
Yeah,
okay?
Of course.
That's why I'm so hard on him. But at the end of the day, Eric, these guys don't earn what the guy, collecting the garbage at 5 a.m. make, and he sure as hell is making a hell of a lot more than you and I put together. Then don't give how do you placate? Well, Eric, give him another month. Maybe in June. By June, you're paid at that kind of salary. You're paid to play every day, Eric. Not, well, maybe not. Give the college try. Maybe next game. And there's a whole lineup of guys like this, Eric. Barris, I'm sorry, but Harrison Bader, he's weak. There's a reason why he's played for like 7 teams in Major League Baseball, Eric. Nobody keeps him sticking around. Chapman's bat is what Chapman's bat is. Again, going with our shortstop in the leadoff position, the Giants trying to recreate baseball in some aggregate that you and I do not seem to understand.
Yeah, let me bring this up. Interesting stats. And what I'll tell you what makes this very interesting.
And the chat yesterday in your absence, Eric, boy, they were coming in hard on Bailey because they expect game in, game out now. They got a little excited with the Susac.
Yeah,
game.
They did.
We'll call it the Susac. Wasn't the Susac? We're talking Susac is the brightest thing that has happened in the first 11 games of the season.
Correct.
3 for 3.
That's correct.
That is as good as it got. Now the fans, yesterday's show, boy, they were coming in hard on. And again, what I said on the show last time you and I were together. Listen, you spent 1.5 years, 2 years of telling me that Bailey would screw the hitting. He's such a great catcher. Now all of a sudden, it's okay, Eric. They can all come to my camp and say, get him out of the lineup.
Well,
listen,
you know what? I'll tell you.
Pick a lane, Eric. You either love him or you hate him. You can't change him like you change your box.
Here's the thing. I don't think people liked him for his bat, but they saw the value in his glove, which is fine. But the problem is, it's not enough. It just isn't. Let's take a look at this. Josh Dubow from AP Press. The Giants have been outscored by 27 runs so far this season. The worst mark for the franchise through 11 games since they were minus 50 in 1896. We're talking 19th century. This is the worst it's been since 19th century baseball. I mean, this is just.
So it's over 130 years, give or take.
Now granted we haven't exceeded it, which is good.
Oh,
but
tune into an upcoming broadcast.
My God, we got another super chat. Mark, what's up, Mark? Man, he's up late to watch us. Hey, I love
sleep.
that.
He's losing sleep, Eric. He's losing sleep over this ball club.
Field of Dreams. I love it, Mark. Says, donates $5, Eric and Glenn. Take it from a longtime suffering Mets fan. Take a deep breath. I went through shit seasons with douchebag players. It'll get better. No, I hear you. I get you, Mark, and I understand. I totally understand it. But I can't always just sit there and be like, oh, this is painful, man. This is bad. This is bad. Mark, this is really bad baseball right now to start off the season. But thank you for the $5, Mark.
Pardon me. To what he says there, this is don't you agree with me, Eric? Or to some degree there, the last comment that Mark had on the screen. This is the new direction of Giants baseball. We've gone through, in the last 5 years, Eric, we've gone through our Andrew McCutcheons and our Evan Longorias. They just get like something off the retread and they try to make them a team. I'm sorry, Eric, but Chapman and Arise and Devers and Harrison Bader and Patrick Bailey, this is not a competitive ball team, Eric. It's not. And anybody who says they are, I mean, you're just kidding yourself.
Oh, come on, Alex. I think we all know who the worst team in the National League is right now. Honestly, I think it's the San Francisco Giants.
And his name's Vitello. Glenn, what do you think Vitello does well in your opinion? It's too early to tell what he does well. You give him a ball club, and then I'll tell you what I think he does well.
No.
He's not doing anything bad, but he's got nothing to – Eric, he's got nothing – Eric, if I make you manager tomorrow, what the hell are you doing with the bullpen?
He needs to go have a conversation with Buster. Say, what did you give me here, man?
There you go, Eric. That's it. That's it, Eric. And I just told Bernice I was going to come in calm tonight because I let it all.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
That lasted 12 minutes. And look how I get. Remember, Eric, when we started doing the show and how bad this team could be? And I would get mad. What? I go off maybe once every 3 weeks. Now it is a daily. I can't sleep. I'm sweating. I'm breaking out in rashes and hives. Eric, it is. Maybe it is better to wear. Maybe I'm coming on here with a Dodgers jersey.
I tell you what. Hey, let me go warm up my coffee. Let's play this ad. Let's hear from our great sponsors. Yeah, our great sponsor of Tommy's Mexican Restaurant.
Your number one source for Giant sports talk and debate. Always has been, always will be. Giant Sports Talk Live.
I don't know about you guys. You know what? You used to laugh at me last year and you gave me some grief and some hard knocks and everything, but I would settle right now. And I think Eric would agree. I'd settle with a little of this right now. You know, give me a lucky win somewhere. Give me a win. I don't care how. Lucky win. Come on. It is so open. It really is. I mean, you're making excuses. Robert Rothberg in the house tonight saying it's not that bad. Eric just said it's not been this bad since 1896. And Robert Rothberg can get me all upset saying it isn't that bad. Eric, help me out here, pal. Help me out. It's not that bad. Hey, how bad is it, Eric?
Bad. Hey, Robert.
Come on, man.
Dude, Robert, look, God bless him. He's a dedicated fan, and he can fan however he wants to fan. I say that with everybody. You can sit there and fan how you ever want to fan, but I'll tell you what, man, this is tough. Robert, you have to agree that I have not seen a start like this from the San Francisco Giants ever. I've never seen it like this. This is really bad, Robert. And look, are they going to play like this all year? No, they're not going to go freaking 150 and freaking 12. They're not. It's not going to happen, right? It just isn't. But my God, it's really bad baseball right now, man. And you got to. And look, you have to acknowledge that. You have to recognize that there's something wrong going on with this club. What it is, I have no idea. Honestly, I don't. And the only people who can answer that question are the people within the organization. It's just this is tough, man.
All they want to do is see cards tonight, Eric.
Yeah, might as well. Good Lord.
How about
Giants
this
baseball,
one?
do something.
How about
Yes,
that
that's a
one?
Hey, that's a
little
beautiful.
Monty Irving and Willie
Oh, that's beautiful. Where'd you get that, man?
Mays. I got that one. I picked them up in a little deal, and then I got a Willie Mays and a
Jim Davino.
Bobby Thompson, baby.
Bobby.
And who's on my last one here?
Scotsman. Hey, another
Look
Willie.
at that guy. Hey, do we got any Willie Mayses in the house? Do we have a Willie Mays we could plug in outfield, Eric?
No. I wish.
What is going on? I'm going to look up the roster for after the show. Do a little homework for tomorrow, Eric. I invite you to do the same. I'm going to dig out the roster from 1896 and just see how bad it was and how we compare to the 18. I might even go into my Xbox and put in autoplay 1896 Giants, 2026 Giants, and see who wins. How's that for a study?
Oh, man.
There you go, Mark.
1896.
Upper deck cards. Those are beautiful.
What's up, Gus? Hey, Gus, I see you out there, man. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Matter of fact, you know where I met Gus? I met Gus in Lodi. He's the guy that I met in the vet's office. Matter of fact, Lodi Animal Hospital. Great veterinarian, by the way. Anyways.
Oh, by the way, when I went to the Giants and the Padres last week. Guess what, Eric? It was card day. I got myself a Joe Musgrove.
Java Joe.
I got myself a Cronenworth. And then they said,
I like the artwork.
Then they said, how old are you really? They're supposed to be for like 14 and under. And they caught me. So my hand kept going in. I kept going to a big crowd of kids. And my arm kept going in through the maze of kids. And I got another one, Bernice. And then they got on to me, Eric. They said, that's it. 14 and under, young man. Anyway.
Not Bill.
Trying to find, you know what? Can I change the tune, Eric? I picked something up. Bernice got me a gift yesterday.
Nice. Nothing wrong with gifts, man.
That's what she got me. Let's see if I can.
Oh, no. I already know who they are. I already know. Can anyone guess? Who wore those batting gloves?
Give me a hint.
Come on. Who wore those batting gloves?
Got a couple of batting gloves from the 2025 season. And people say, are they real? Both of them they're registered. They got some kind of a, you scan that, go to MLB, it tells you all about the gloves. And then, I think I showed you on the show. I picked up Wilmer Flores' belt last week, Eric.
Yep.
I talked to somebody at the Giants. I was like, geez, I paid a few bucks for the belt. It was no, you know how much the belts cost the team?
I have no idea.
Retail, what their price is? $350 a belt.
Get out of here.
$350 a belt.
Get out of here. I got to get in the belt making freaking business.
That's what I said too. I said, school cards. I'm going to be buying belts next.
Let's go make some belts, Glenn. Good.
I think they deserve we deserve a belt after the show. You and I'll have a belt with Lou. And then we got to take a belt to the Giants. Crack some sense, man.
Guys, honestly, man.
That's all the cards.
I was so excited. I want the baseball season to start. And and don't get me wrong. I love the game of baseball. I still do. But I tell you, man, it's tough to watch our team go out there and have this type of product on the field. Now, I say again today, sure, they hit the ball more, scored more runs, but the pitching just fell apart. And it's like, if one thing isn't working, another is. And vice versa. It's just, gosh, dang. I don't know.
When we're playing a series like last series against the Mets, they're going to have their game when they scored 9 runs, 10 runs. We saw that in San Diego, Eric. And now we got 2 more against the Phillies. There's nothing saying the Phillies aren't going to do a double-digit game against us. And this pitching, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. And what really upsets me on behalf of you is when you come in and you say, I'm a big fan and I still love the game. But what you said earlier, it really rings true, Eric. Before the opening pitch of the game, I'm already going, what can possibly go on tonight? That's how I feel too.
And you know who's going tomorrow, right? For the Phillies? Christopher Sanchez.
Of course.
Guy's pretty good.
Of course. Maybe Harper's 3 for 4 game with 2 RBIs, Eric. 2 doubles, I should say, and 3 RBIs.
Yeah, I know.
Crawford. See, why can't we do that? They go get a Crawford who comes up 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles. Come on. And then Painter had Painter didn't pitch well. I didn't think our pitching was that great either, Eric. I think the pitching was equivalent, which should have allowed us maybe to sneak out a win. And we're at home, Eric. There's no excuse for winning one of your first, 7 at home. There's no excuse.
Come on.
It's what I all.
Come on.
None of this is. We're repeating everything.
Come on, man. I know. Look, I just started kind of coming down a little bit.
No,
and now it's going right back up again.
My turn.
Oh my God, man.
I said that on the show yesterday when I looked at the stats after the game, Eric, and I looked at this camera and I looked at the guys out there in the chat. I go, 1-6. Now 1-7. I said, but at 1-6, Eric, you are a good ball club. If you're going to be a competitive club, a winning ball club, you win at home and you take advantage of some wins maybe you don't deserve on the road. Your home court is your advantage in baseball. And dude, when you can't win at all, which game did we win? We beat the Mets. That's the only thing, the opener. We beat the Mets on the Thursday. That's it.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, my frustration for the Giants is climbing just like the price of oil right now. Honestly, they're exactly proportional. As the oil prices go up, so does my frustration with the Giants. We
got a good one in the chat, Eric. This is you know what? You want to get a conversation going?
Oh, you know what? That means, you know what? Real quick. You know who we're going to see tomorrow, right? Since Sanchez is going, we're going to see Susak in the lineup.
You think so?
Yep. Kyle Morris, yeah?
Dude,
yeah, that's the one home win. Yeah, Susak night was the home win.
That's right. And for no other reason, I want him to have a big night today. Talk about putting pressure on Bailey and just saying, you know what, buddy? I went 3 for 4 tonight. I went 3 for 3 in my other, sooner or later, he's going to go and say, what more do you want from me? I had a great spring, and look, I've earned a role. Now, Robert Rothberg, Eric.
Yeah, what's he got?
Oh, I think this is a good one. And I can be, dude, I know there's guys you'll go, you can't do it. I'm going to talk from my heart as a Giant fan right now, Eric. The Giant players you wouldn't trade. There is no one in the pitching staff, the bullpen, and there is certainly no one on the field right now there's no untouchable. Robert, when you are 1-7 at home to start the year and you've only won, you can't win. 3 wins, Eric. 3 and 8, right? 3 and 8, yeah.
3 and 8.
That answers the question, Robert. When you are 3 and 8 and you've only won 1 ball game at home, nobody's untouchable because you suck, you stink, and I would have no fun. And Eric has said it time and time again. I totally agree with your statement and your sentiment, Eric. You don't wait till the trade deadline. If you can move guys now, you move them and get what you can for them. They're not going to be competitive. Eric, come trade deadline, we'll be done at this rate. We're toast. We're done. We won't be hanging around. What, Eric? I don't know. Is this too much work? And I know it's early in the year. Can you bring up? I haven't looked at what's the standings looking like right now. How far are we falling out of the race, Eric? Can you bring that up, or you want me to do it?
What are you going to bring up? I'm looking at Twitter to see
National League West.
Oh, don't even. It's bad.
I want to see where Colorado sits, and I haven't seen a whole I thought Colorado's winning some. They had a good series in Toronto. I think they win 3. I think they have more wins than us, Eric.
I think they do.
Does Colorado have 4 wins? Bring up the standings, Eric. Bring them up. Bring them up, Eric. Oh, I'm feeling it tonight. You ever had one night when you feel the blood curdling? I feel the
curdling. Yeah, it's curdling. All right. Damn, Skippy, it's curdling. It's freaking getting moldy. It's getting freaking rotten.
Good Lord. D-Shot says, too early for standings. No, it's not. I want to see how we're stacking up earlier. And if we're going to be, listen, if we're 5 games out now, you just wait till July, baby.
Oh, man. Do you really want to look at this?
Are we in the basement? Are we last place?
We're in last place.
There you go. I'm just curious because I had no idea what the exact record of, when the Rockies go out and get Tomoyoki Sugano, Eric, throwing 2 hitters, look at that. They do. Fewest wins in the division, Eric. And look at our win percentage. 270.
Oh, my.
Jesus.
Oh, my. Hey, we got a great home away record.
Oh my God! All you could do is laugh.
Oh my God!
Mine. Look at the run
minus
differential.
27. I know. Oh my God! I think it's the worst in the National League. Here, let's look.
See, you guys are all pissed off at me. I think this is the best part of the show. This has brought me, Eric. This brought me some comic relief. It really has.
Where's that?
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh geez, you're bringing up the last in the
We're last in the National League. Oh,
you're killing me. Oh my God, Eric. I'll be right back. Oh my God.
Oh my Lord! Hey, well, hold on here. Hold on. Hold on.
Chest pain.
Hold on. I got to do it
I'm
again.
having chest pain.
What else you want to go here? Let's hit them all. No, not that one. Not that one.
Let's
Let's hit
handle
them
the
all.
truth.
Yeah.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
Am I angry? You bet the fuck I'm angry.
Ooh, a little bit too much. My God. Oh my God.
Sorry, Eric. I had to go get a wet wipe. I'm crying here. I'm laughing so hard. Bernice is like, "There's no crying in baseball." He says, "There is when you're a Giant fan." This is great. Look at that.
Hey, Boston Red Sox are worse than us. So we're not the worst in an entire freaking MLB.
Well,
Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, what's their run differential, Eric? Minus 17.
Yeah.
You know, we can't let them.
White Sox. Minus 25.
See, the White Sox, though, Eric, I talk about it in the offseason. Nobody listens. What? The White Sox. The White Sox, Eric, they had no trouble going, we'll roll the dice. We'll go get a guy who apparently can hit bombs. He hit 5 home runs in the first week, Murakami. Why can we not just go out and get a player based on his merits and what he's done and stop with the he could be and he might be and he should be, Eric? That's all we do is do the Giants need my crystal ball any longer? Can I please have it back? Can you return it, please, Giants? Just go out and I don't care if Eric, I've said it before and I'm getting upset. I know I'm really wound up. I can hardly breathe here. But Eric,
I hear
if the Giants went out and did it the right way and we faltered, I would say, you know what? At least you tried. I just don't see the effort in the front office. It's like they don't care, Eric. You tell me how much they cared putting together this bullpen.
None.
Didn't give a rat's ass.
JB, $5. How can you even be 5.5 games of back to the Dodgers after 11 games? That's some David Copperfield shit right there. I know they're good, but good Lord.
You're losing a half a game. Eric, you're losing a half a game every game. In the standings. That's what they've done. 11 games in, they're 5.5 out. So what are they going to be in 22 games out? 12 out? They're losing a half a game a day, Eric.
I don't know.
And my friend, remember this April schedule is far from over.
I know. You still got to finish up the series against the Phillies, and then you're gonna go to Baltimore? Is that where they go?
Baltimore and Cincinnati and Washington, and don't take the Washington Nationals for granted.
Washington Nationals
are in the show yesterday. They made those trades, getting rid of guys like Soto, Eric. They went out and made trades to get young and build it, and that's what's coming. Tampa Bay, same thing. A lot of exciting. Eric, the Pittsburgh Pirates are above the curve. Oh, they're ahead of us in the curve. The Pirates. Colorado's going to be better than us, Eric, at this pace. And what do? We're like fly-by-nighters. Just sign them for a year. We're going to lose Robbie Ray anyway, so don't worry about it.
That's who's going tomorrow. Is that who's going for the Giants tomorrow? Is it Robbie Ray?
Oops. There's nothing to ring the bell about.
Man, I don't even.
I don't know. I threw my phone. I don't know where it went.
That's fine. No worries.
I had the schedule earlier.
Hold on. I got it right here. Schedule. Let me just look at this.
Tomorrow, Giants. Here we go.
Yeah, Robbie Ray.
Yeah.
Phillies minus 156.
And Sanchez, you mentioned earlier, right? He's 1-0.
Sanchez is good. He's good.
I know they've got to win games, Eric. I just don't feel comfortable.
don't, man. I
If
don't.
if I'm at the betting window, I'm picking them to lose every night, and you prove me wrong. Oh yeah, I take my lumps, and I'm just going to pick them to lose.
I mean, this is. You know what? I'm gonna blame Lou. He took off for freaking Georgia. He took the mojo. He took the mojo with him. Blue, you took the mojo, man. He's snoozing. He's got to be snoozing right now. He's what is it? 3 o'clock in the morning? No, 2 o'clock in the morning over there in Georgia.
Oh, don't worry.
I honestly,
he shut it off in the third anyway. He was gone early.
he probably didn't. He probably didn't even watch it. Guys. I wish I had something that gives me some confidence that they're gonna turn this around. Look, one win, maybe that helps. I don't know, but my God, I was feeling good when the Giants went up 4-0. Glenn, I was like, I think I'm gonna be okay. But then when it got to 4-2, I'll never forget. I was like, who is going to take the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th? Because that's gonna concern. Because I know the bullpen is a little bit wonky. Look, I'm being kind. It's a little bit wonky. So who is going to finish this out? And I did not see Baruki coming into this game. I didn't. I thought it was because they showed the bullpen. It showed Gage and it showed Killian that were warming up. I was like, okay, I think I'll be okay with that. Even if Tidwell came in, I would have been okay with that. But then all of a sudden, Baruki is coming in. And I'm like, what?
I think the Giants are also in a difficult position right now, Eric, that they're off to such a bad start. Like, this is prolific. It's so bad that when somebody like you see Ben is in the chat, this goes back a while, but don't Bailey get days off? He's going to go. But look, I don't know. Maybe if you're Vitello and they're that bad, how does it look, Eric? How does it look if Koss plays shortstop tomorrow and they put Susak in and they win?
Yeah.
And like preseason, what if all the wins come with the young guys, Eric? What does it say for the organization when they're giving days off to the veterans and then the young guys get it done? They're really pigeonholing themselves for the future of this season. And Tony Vitello, you think Vitello's hands are tied now. Then what does he do? What is upper management? You get them guys out of the lineup. Well, we're not paying them. We're paying the guys like Devers and Adames. But again, it should be about wins, Eric. Doesn't care if you get the peanut vendor in to pitch. If he gets the win, hey, it goes in the stats book and you've won. Poor Dean's messaging me. He was at the game tonight.
Oof.
And he was all excited. Hey, we got the early lead. It's looking good. And then about 3 innings later, he goes, I'm not texting you during the game ever again.
Yeah.
And you don't get excited just because you had 3 runs. Can you imagine 3 runs in this pitching staff? Eric, that is a surmountable lead. Don't think 3 runs is getting it done, Eric.
Yeah. Look, I want to get to some of the chat here. Look, Benz, he also says Posey, Payne, cheap relievers and starting pitching. Talked about that.
Yeah.
Remember, who was I advocating? Framber Valdez, right? And go get a bullpen guy. There were so many out there. Let's see. There was something. Where was he? Mark. The Giants sign anyone good when nobody wants to come here. The Giants can't trade for good players when we have squat to offer. Well, they did get.
They do, but you're going to have to change the direction, right, Eric? You're going to trade you can unload any of these veterans when the time comes this season. If that is what's happening, you got to be prepared to go young.
Maybe, but the problem is there is no one to go young. No one's ready to go young yet. That's the problem. There is no one ready to come up
They've got to do that. But if it's trade deadline approaching, Eric, and you hear rumors that, my God, Adames is on the trade block, then they don't go out and get me another middle of the road or average. Go young, build a team for me. I don't care about losing for the next 4 years. Build me a young Eric. I'm going to the games, and I know I've harped on this, but I'll reiterate on something, Eric, that even the people in the chat who've been going to the games are saying. You go to Oracle Park. Who am I? You said it the other night. I said Vitello. I'm cheering for Vitello, Eric. Nobody's getting the juices flowing over there. I got nobody to cheer for. It's a lame duck lineup, Eric. I see more jerseys of the guys who don't play on this team.
I'll tell you what.
Guys who do play on this team.
Rob says something we talk about often. Blame it all on Greg. And to an extent, right? Glenn, what was it on Saturday? We talked about this.
I don't know, Eric.
If you're getting the same results under Farhan Zaidi as you are with Buster Posey, what is the common denominator? If you're getting the same results, it's ownership. If ownership is telling you how much you can and cannot spend to a certain extent, and you can only get these types of players, well, guess what? You're going to get a lineup like Farhan put together and that Buster Posey put together as far as the pitching. I mean, come on, you got to, because you got other ownership groups who are willing to go out there and go big. Does it always work out? Not always, but hey, at least you're putting forth the effort. Would you say that the Giants put forth the effort, at least for this offseason, to make the club that much more better? I'm not looking to be the Dodgers. I say that all the time, but couldn't they have not done something a little bit more?
I'll debate you on this one, Eric.
Sure.
Not to be just looking to debate and the arrogance of, arguing all the time. I'm not going to agree with that because of the fact I can't tell you numbers. Maybe you want to look them up, Eric. I don't know exactly what they're paying Chapman, but they're paying him, Eric, and they pay him long term.
Yeah,
They gave our shortstop the biggest contract in Giants history.
Mm-hmm.
They just took on last year in a trade, and everybody was so excited. You took on an astronomical contract financially of Devers. So for anyone, I hear you, but I cannot sit and say that they're not spending money when they're spending.
No. Yes, they are spending money. I'm just saying they could have gone a little bit more to.
It's not an open vault. You got to every major league team.
Come on, if you're the fifth richest team in the major leagues, but you're sitting there in mid pack as far as spending on payroll, is that not a problem? Is that not a problem? If you're that, I'm just saying it's there. There's a little bit of inequity there. That's what I'm trying to say. At least get up into the top 5. At least.
But if Tommy D, who, I don't even know if he's flown the coop. I don't know where the hell he is lately. Well, Mark Armand, you telling me one of the richest owners and a prolific owner that wants to win, Eric. New York Mets, they've got their limits. He just doesn't go sign the richest contract in every position. Pocket. Go.
No, they didn't.
You've got to have limit. There are limitations, and the Giants certainly have spent a lot of money. I don't think it was spent wisely. That's part of the problem. But
I tell you what, but if you look at it now, let's talk about it though. In its scheme, and here's the problem with these contracts, right? When they signed Chapman to an extension 3 years ago, and then Adames last offseason, those contracts are damn near peanut. Look, it's still a lot of money, but in the scheme of things, as far as MLB contracts are going, those are bargains, man. I'm sorry, those are bargains compared to what some of these other teams. Look at the Dodgers and how much did they spend for freaking Kyle Tucker? Look how much they spent for Edwin Diaz. Look what the Mets are spending on their player. I mean, come on Bichette. That's the problem, right? Now, that being said, I agree. Maybe they shouldn't have signed those guys. I don't know. I mean, look. We'll see how it plays out, but right now it's looking a little freaking weird, man. It is. It's looking a little weird, and how this is all going to play out, Glenn, we only time is going to tell. But what we're witnessing right now is really tough,
guys. I know it's coming any second, so I'm going to give him a little advance warning so he can we have all lost Eric, so I'm going to minimize him. Hopefully, he gets it all straightened up. He'll be right back. But you got to agree with everything Eric's saying. The only thing I'm kind of like on the fan, Tucker, all these guys, the Dodgers spend the money, and they're in first place. There are no limitations. They're going to win. And where they sit right now, the Dodgers are in a position, they're going to go out. They got this Tibbs, we go back to Tibbs. Oh, he'd look good with us right now. I'd love to see him in a Giants jersey, right? Well, he's moved on. He ends up kind of around the board, but he ends up in LA. What are they going to do at the trade deadline? They're going to trade somebody like him and go on to win another World Series this year. What do you think, Eric? Dodgers will keep on building.
Yeah.
And winning. A little hope there.
Yeah, no kidding. We're doing it at the same time and we wind up in the same spot. Look, the Dodgers, man, if you want to say they're in a position right now where they could do what they're doing. They just is. It just is. And look, we don't know what Tibbs is going to do. He's having a fantastic minor league career. No doubt about it. We don't know how it's going to translate once he hits the big leagues. We just don't. He could get to the big leagues and he absolutely craps the bed. Or
if we don't keep hitting, if we don't keep hitting, let me rephrase that. If we continue to be shillelaghing at the plate and batting 200, it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. Eldridge is up. Then they're going to also move some pitchers up. I'm telling you, a guy like Bivens, they got to make a move. If for nothing else, to try to turn this thing around, Eric. The boat is sinking. I'll
tell you what. Well, and that's where you got to be very careful. Because the last thing you want to do is bring up guys for the sake of trying to rescue the club, so to speak, because now you're putting that. Come on, man.
Well, if they're throwing punches and having words in the dressing room, dude, it's time to fix this. Fix it now. Again, I don't want to go down this garden path of being a Giant man and saying,
I hear you, dude.
Give it another week. Let's look at it after the next road trip. No, because we're going to be even more heated, and I may be on like a hospital on an inhaler by then.
Dude, really I'm going to tell you something right now, man. If I almost don't want to do a damn post game tomorrow. Honestly, I almost don't want to do freaking a post game tomorrow. I just look, it could be totally different. It's just don't.
Lou made the mistake several times. You remember I said we would be 10-20 in the first 30? Lou kept screwing it up and going, Glenn keeps saying you're going to be 10-30. Now I think he's actually right now.
It might be 10-30.
Thanks, Lou.
10-30, man.
Well, I don't know which I'm going to go with yet. I'm going to go and say Lou was right. Yep, that's what I said. I said 10-20, but they're on rate to be a 10-30 ball club, Eric. 10-30, 10 wins in 40 games. I think they'll win a few more. They're going to get lucky and win some games. And you were off getting your coffee earlier, Eric, and I had a laugh with some of the guys. I said, right about now, and I know you guys picked on me a little bit last year, and it was all in fun. But, Eric, I take a little bit of this right now.
What's that? Oh, hold on. Let me see. A little luck? A little luck will help, man.
I take a lucky win here and there. I take a little bit of luck.
I'll take it. Jeez. Hey, dude. Beggars can't be choosers, dude.
Good Lord.
Hold on. What the hell is this? Gosh dang it. Let me find that. I'm going to look up the actual article. Hold on.
You got to laugh. If you don't, it'll kill you. This will kill you, Eric. You got to you got to roll with it. Just back to business.
I'm going to look at this. I'm going to go look at this article here.
And heaven forbid, we used to say, imagine being like trying to do a show like this nightly and being a Rockies fan, or this is as low as it gets for having a channel, Eric.
Where the hell is it? I know
this is as low as it gets, guys.
Oh, where the heck is it?
You look that up and I'll remind the guys this.
Your number one source for Giant sports talk and debate. Always has been, always will be. Giant Sports Talk Live.
That's right.
Oh, what is going on? Get out of here. Okay.
Yeah. That certainly has been a lot of debate. I'll give the guys, you know what? The takes have been good, despite the record.
Absolutely, yeah. Hey, you guys have been fantastic. I mean, what can we do, man?
Yep.
Okay, I'm trying to look up this stuff, this article here.
I'm not, you know what? I'm playing it cautious to the best. I don't think Buster has all the cards, guys. In Buster we trust. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to put all my eggs in the same Easter basket, Eric.
Right.
And speaking of, I'm tired of the Giants laying eggs, dude.
Ooh.
What's this? Senior softball games. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, Glenn trading Bangaliers. No, sir. You got to come in with a serious offer. I have turned down. You have the lowest offers of anybody. I got like 5 offers for Langoliers, and you're giving me the worst. I'm talking to one guy now about the trade, but as Eric, as the commissioner, will know, when we make the trade, part of the deal is when the deal is done, there's you can't trade him. He stays on your roster for the rest of the year if I decide to make the move. And I don't want to be a prick, but hey.
Bulldog. What's up, Cryptic? He says Buster equals Michael Jordan. Hey, maybe Buster should run a NASCAR team because it looks like Michael Jordan is having some sex with NASCAR, right? Isn't his team like absolutely destroying?
He's had a hell of a run early in the 26th season, Eric.
Right? Yeah. Right? There we go. I'll take that. Buster, go run a NASCAR club. By
the way, thanks for the kind words. Tom says, thanks for the coverage in San Diego.
That was awesome, dude. That was awesome.
I'm doing it with no notes. We're winging it. I'm just, a couple of beers in, Eric, just being a fan, and we're just telling you what we saw. But as far as trying to contribute, make this a better channel, I think we were firing on some good cylinders last week. You and Lou here. Yeah, man, I was on the road anyway, so I felt it was my way to contribute. And thanks, Tom.
It was awesome. Honestly, it was a damn good time, man. We did a good job on that.
I you and Lou did a great job in my absence. You guys were good.
Hey, man. Hey, but you still took some time. I was doing those recordings. That shit was awesome, man.
I just had so much work. And again, I'll only do this one more time. But you, Eric, know. Lou has learned the rules and the regulations, but I saw afterwards the chat and why is Glenn doing like, is he on the roof of the Petco Park? You can't have music playing and they're kicking me out. They're like, you gotta go. And I'm like, yeah, I'm with San Francisco Radio. We're just ready to record a report. Oh, okay. You can just wait a few more minutes. And I'm waiting for them to finish playing the music because they'll shut us down. I thought we were shut down today, guys. We were a little late going on tonight too. And we have, that was a lot of these evenings. It's out of our control. We've had some weird technical difficulties that
just a little
Eric and I are not responsible for. I don't want to pass it off. It's true.
We'll get it all figured out.
I'd like to get everybody's name back to normal so I knew who the hell we were talking.
I got YouTube. This is what YouTube does. So I don't know what the
hell. You get it fixed. It lasts 24 hours and everything's gone again. So we're kind of just winging it most nights. So if we're a little late going on, guys, it is the platform.
No, Dom, it's two-step verification. That's the problem we're having. What a pain in the ass. That's an abomination. An abomination. I can't stand that stupid
Nowadays shit. You can't get out of it.
You can't.
I got the bank. I'm like, can I give you money? Nope.
No.
And answer your phone. I got my phone's in Winnipeg. Well, tough titty. No, well. Yeah.
I think we're done. I'm exhausted, man. I think I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
Dude, I was done after yesterday's show, to be honest with you. No offense, but
guys, tomorrow, what time's the game? Hold on, let me look. Tomorrow's same time, 6:45 tomorrow. Robbie Ray will be the starting pitcher for the Giants. Christopher Sanchez, that tough lefty. You know how the Giants are against lefties, man.
Our last week was against a lefty, though.
I know.
I'm just going to come in and do the show with you tomorrow night and let it fall. The chips fall where they may because I cannot. We beat the lefty and we can't beat anybody else. So that goes against the grain, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe we see Susak tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe it's a win day with Susak. Who knows? I know one thing. We can't be going freaking 3-9. We can't be going 3-9, man.
Eric, any more of this, my head's going to pop like a freaking
I know. Dude. You're not going to the game tomorrow, are you?
Undecided.
Well, if you do, I bless you, my son. Have fun.
You didn't ask me which game. I might be going to the exhibition game.
Oh, there you go.
I did get my Valkyries jersey. I'm wearing it because it says Giants on it. I got my Valkyries Giants. Dude, I'm ready for the WNBA season. I'm ready, Eric, for another winning season of basketball here in the Bay.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out. Hey, I wish we came on here talking about better things, guys. I wish we were. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow we can, man.
Let the chips fall where they may tomorrow.
Yep.
But I don't know. Ray could give us a great outing, but will it be enough? And Sanchez going, I don't know. Eric.
I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow, guys. Hang in there, guys. I know it's tough, Giants fans. I know it is.
Vegas, you might see this too, Eric, but Philadelphia is the overwhelming favorite, and the over-under 7 runs. So Philadelphia is favored to win tomorrow against Robbie. If they're favored to win against Robbie Ray, this is the problem, Eric. Webb and Ray are supposed to be kind of your stopgaps, and nobody's even picking us to win with those guys going anymore.
I know.
I mean, Vegas has us losing every game of the season. I mean, we've already won 3. And listen, the only thing
Vegas
that
has every game.
Robert Rothberg comes in the show tomorrow and says, guys, we might not be as good as I thought. I'll take that as, a positive. Anything would be a positive if he comes in and goes, you might be onto something, Eric. Glenn, you might be onto something. Stop saying we're good.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I'll tell you what, Glenn, maybe tomorrow we'll open up the phone lines. If people want to come in and vent, maybe we'll make it a vent session for people to come on and let it be known, because I got a feeling if it's a loss tomorrow, it's the fan base is just going to be beside themselves.
The Black Eyed Peas said, I got a feeling, but it was tonight's going to be a good night.
Yeah.
They had no idea what the Giants had in store for them.
No, they didn't.
It's not a good night. Good night for me and good night from Eric. I'm out of here.
We're out of here. Guys, be good. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.